As we work through the control option process, which again is simply really the control option conversation, another thinking exercise that we work through with Joe and Mary, we refer to as the generational maximizer. And really what this is designed to do is to help Joe and Mary deal with a Chinese proverb, rags to rags in 3 generations. That's something that the author, attorney James Hughes talks about in a series of his books. So we first of all look at what's Joe and Mary's age. Then we want to know, okay, do they have children? In this case, they have a 26-year-old and a 24-year-old. They are each married, and they are both blessed with children. And so now, in a very simple way, there's a simple visual where Joe and Mary can look at their children and grandchildren and see all that on a simple thinking exercise. Now, what rags to rags in 3 generations tells us is that Joe and Mary are doing a great job of building wealth. And when they're gone, that wealth, generally speaking, is going to go to the next generation. The next generation, history tells us, they will manage those assets fairly well. But then when the next generation is gone, the money goes to the grandchildren, and that's when, generally speaking, all of that money will just dissipate. So the strategy that we want to work on with Joe and Mary, when we think about the rags to rags in 3 generations, is to help them transfer their assets to the next generation. But then we want to have conversations from one generation to the other. And then, because our organization is built for succession planning, I may not be around, but our organization will, in the years to come, will help the next 2 generations have conversations. And in that way, just as the Rockefellers do, this wealth can transfer for many generations into the future.